Morning, Tiger. Hello. Okay. That's all good. Morning, Darth. Hello. Morning, Ringtail. Morning, Tease. Morning, Michigan. Morning, T-Gump. Morning, Mizu. Morning, Fanatic. What an original name we've got tonight. Tiger beat Ringtail to doing it, apparently. Hello. Apparently... Almost up, Pipper. You're in the last chapter. Let's go, Tease, on the last chapter! Heck yeah! But now you're better. Yay! We're glad you're feeling better, Mizu. Yay! Morning, Rex, and you're 40? Well, happy birthday! Morning, Way Yoshi. Alright, we got the Yakuza gift. Alright. What do I got here for... you know what? Actually, no. This one. There you go. There you go. That's celebratory, right? The first non-Pokemon game you finished? Wow. Congrats. Perfect. Now, let me get the, let me get this, squared away here.
Rev up those fryers.
Morning hops. Let's see. Yeah, it's. It's especially funny because that's the same scene where the my leg happens, the rev up those fryers. So you actually have it as a combo. It's very funny. You're gonna try TTYD next? Sounds like a solid plan. Sounds like a solid plan to me. Speaking of solid plans, I think this is a solid plan right here. Boom! Once again. Morning, Genie Call, hello! How are you doing? Got through the first chapter, never played again for some reason. Oh. Man, the immediate no. Morning, Danny, hello. Hello. Yeller. You have to wait until the end of the month to reset. Ah! I bet that's painful. I bet that's painful, GD Call. Even the game says, I mean, you're not the first person to have done this file name redeem, I'll have you know. Ringtail has done it like, how many times now? Oh, I'm resizing this a bit. There we go. Ringtail has redeemed it that way, like, probably 15 times now? Probably? I'm just throwing a little bit of a large number out there anyway. Geez, thank you for the 5 streams! I appreciate it. Thank you! You're about to be at 17 again? Okay. Okay, we're climbing. We're climbing. We're climbing up. We're doing it. The bots are back after one loss, Wayoshi? Really? Wow. You're gonna complain to Twitch again? Go for it. Let them have it. Yeah, I won't be slotting in champion stuff again until after this GDQ hotfix. Just as a heads up. Almost one. Did I not tell you, Danny, that you would do incredible? Did I not? Did I not? The Revit guarantee? I told you. I told you. More than Sammy. Hit the top of the fence. I told you so. More than Israel. I told you so. Caught a ball in the air. I told you so. I told you. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. And out at first, huge. Huge. More Anakala. Super Night Revan? Wait a minute. Oh, is it because I streamed super late last night? Is that why we're saying that? I don't know. That is not gonna be a regular thing, what I did last night. No, sir. No. Nope. Nope. I mean, unless I get rated again for some reason, but... Yeah, I mean, I pretty, like, if that happened again, I would probably just make sure that the donk seed I rolled was the correct way I wanted to do it. That way it wouldn't go 2.5 hours like a normal Revan does. When people donate their pans to other viewers again, I mean, this is what this prediction is. I don't know what to tell you. This is what it is. I should have one pre-rolled. Probably. Probably. Maybe. We've been having, like... There's been a lot of nights where, like, that doesn't happen. But... Yeah, we're still trying. We're still trying. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm just browsing a little bit here. Okay. Okay. You have 0 literally? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Which side do you want to put your pants on? My god. My god, dude. Oh, man. Let's see. Has it been... No, it's only been 8 minutes. So, Dancing Majima goes away in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. See what's going on here. Anything cool? Oh. Oh. What is this? Oh. Oh, okay. The Majima emote. How dare you take away Majima? Rev up those pants! Oh yeah, I also have my vetted seed from Isaac for next week. Turns out that I had a couple little issues, like making sure that like when I sent him the seeds today after stream, I forgot a couple of things with the setting string. Because the dev generator updated today, so that broke my dev string, so my stable string was technically outdated with what I had changed. So there were a couple of things that were kind of messy about it, so we basically ended up sending him like 15 seeds anyway by complete pure incidentalness, because he pointed out the mistakes, and I had to keep sending him seeds until it was all good. Yeah, we have the seed for next Tuesday, so that's good. So now it's just down to playing seeds, which would be tonight, obviously, tomorrow night, and probably Friday night, and then I guess Sunday night, and then Monday night. We're gonna be doing all TP all those nights, more than likely. Saturday will be, you know, my usual off day. Last Saturday it wasn't, because, you know, my birthday, you know, so I was like, I needed to do a birthday stream, right? So, yeah. So, that's what's going on for the nights until the hotfix. I'm just gonna lock in on this to make sure that I'm solid, because it's not like Combo Rando or MMR where like I basically know what I'm doing and I understand the hint logic really well and the pathing and all that. So I have to make sure that I'm at least solid with these seeds that I'm just playing, you know, because the vetted seed, it's probably not gonna be nearly as complex, probably, as some of these ones that I'm just blind playing, but I do need to make sure I'm on top of things, so that's what we're doing. And then once we're done with that next week, we'll be able to go back, we'll be tackling some viewer seeds again. And then I'll be rotating in Pokemon Champions again, probably. It might end up being where TP takes, like, a week off, because I will be playing it basically until the hotfix. And then after that, I would probably end up, alright, let's get some of these viewer seeds done, and maybe play some Pokemon Champions again, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. That's the idea. That's the idea. That's the idea. 3 minutes! 3 minutes on the prediction. Anything else going on? No. Nothing else going on. Nothing else going on. I did finish my birthday cake. So that was yummy. That was pretty yummy. Not as good as some of the cakes we've had in the past, but that's because that place that we used to get cakes from, they closed down. He didn't leave a message, so... A gassy... Oh. Oh. I see. I see. Where's your share of the cake? Hold on, a sneeze is coming on. Never mind, false alarm. It didn't happen. Where's your share of the cake? You gotta fly down here and come get it. Or I gotta deposit it into, I gotta email you the cake. I gotta email you it. Yeah. That's the other option. You don't like cake anyway? Aww. But what about cookies? So what you're telling me is, Mizu would prefer cookies on her birthday than cake. So she gets one of those, like, cookie, like the pie-shaped, like, cookies or whatever, or like the that are like, you know, the big cookies that you can cut. Yeah, the cookie cakes, yeah. Like, but it's not cake, it's cookie, right? Yeah. Yeah, one of those. Yeah. Holy smokes! What was that? Oh my god! Also, Morning Gundam Girl! You want your pants back? And any last minute snipes? Nope. That's it. All right. Okay. Here we go. Woo! Oh, okay. Here we go. No forest temple. No forest temple tonight, folks. Poor Daddy. Poor Daddy. Okay, lake bed. Okay, forest temple equals lake bed. Goron Mines again is City in the Sky. Arbiter's is vanilla. And Hyrule Castle is vanilla. Okay, that's kind of boring. Oh, but Lakebed and Ordon are foolish. Holy crap. Lakebed, beside Castle Town. Ordon and Lanayru Field. I like me some Lanayru Field, Foolish, I gotta say. Okay. I mean, I could literally just peek the magic armor right now. I'm just going to. How'd the odds go? Well, it was 200,000, 290,000 for yes, and 100,000 for no. That's a gold bug. Okay. You have 0 bands. She's out. One important item at Great Bridge of Lake Hylia. Okay, one important. Great. You sure did, Sodium. You sure did. You sure did, dude. Stock Cave Lantern Chest is dead. The classic side quests, dude. Got him. We won't buy that. Modern Ambient. Nope. Goes back to get hot spring water. A bow! Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the bow. Thank you very much for the bow. Appreciate ya. We'll buy it just to fill my wallet back up. Thanks. Fail on money. You were also distracted? Oh, yeah, well, that prediction goes fast. Well, I mean, I give it 15 minutes. Oh. Of course, it depends on when I start stream, but, I mean, I typically try to start about 15 minutes before, but some days I don't. Some days it just so happens that some days it just so happens that I get distracted and start later, by a little bit. Ah, okay. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Alrighty. What's going on here? No gold bugs. Alright, so the magic armor gold bug is nothing. It is pretty interesting how often in these settings I don't have gold bugs required. It's pretty cool. Like, might have had your attention. Whoops. I kind of assumed that, honestly. It looks like that's a big boy over there. From that brief little peek. No, it's not. Okay. Cack Gorge to Argarok. Are we sure I'm not playing the same seed as last night, dude? A past owl statue chest is a sometimes required bow. Well, we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so a bow is required in... Oh, that's because of Lakebed. Okay, yeah, that's just because of Lakebed Temple. Yeah, this means we don't have to worry about Gale Boomerang Lakebed. Heck yeah. Shoutouts to the bow. And Sodium with the 50 streams. Thank you. My goodness. Oh my gosh, he's taking the pants off again. Someone stop him. Someone's gotta catch him. All right, well, with Ordon, Foolish Ordon, I kind of want to go to CAC right now. Instead of over there. Yo! Mavman, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Morning. And Harville with the 3 streams. Yeah, there's not. There's a lot of people that probably think that way. Morden, by the way. Thank you for the 3 streak. The streaking. Alright, well, we're gonna find out if, there's any issues tonight with the current dev build. There probably shouldn't be. The only way an issue would arise is if I used any of the new stuff, and I'm not. I even kept it to where my dungeon key settings are the same. I did not change them from, how I had it set up before. Okay, well, we knew that was dead. Okay, Springwater Rush is dead. We knew the Linear Field thing, that was dead because of Linear Field. Sometimes I wish, man, sometimes I wish that you could optionally decide for your hints if you want always to be below Foolishes and other randomizers, dude. That's a bomb bag. Ow! We definitely need that. Thank you! Okay. Alright, do I want to go toward... No, I don't need to, because I can just warp to North Eldon. We are gonna need to peek that chest over there, though. And that is just a rupee, so I can just pass that up right now. I couldn't even look at it because these dumb birds. Okay, it's a small chest. We're good. Oh, opponent, please! Opponent, please. Why do you do this to me? Okay. We're good. Alright. Woo! Made it to CAC. We have the bombs and the... It's very nice. We can already explore some of... Well, no, we can't. We still need Zora armor for that. Okay, just Norton Droopy. I'm being silly, dude. I cannot do anything in Lake Bed right now, logically. But it is only just in Forest Temple. So it's very easy to access. Oh, that was interesting. A little hop there. Bum, 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 bum. Doo -doo -doo, doo -doo -doo. Oh! Yeah, you know what, actually, probably pretty soon, now that Zenpox 2E Rando is a thing, I'll probably end up trying to start picking that up soon. Since it has hints and stuff. That would be the next rando to learn on the docket. More than likely. Ooh, something here too? A Dominion route. Well, now that explains the... sometimes bow behind the won't past owl statue. Health? No. Yeah, Twilight paper. Yup. Another way to look at it. There's some health. Nothing there. Okay. Alright, let's have a look at the underwater chest here, man. There's, again, because of chest size matches content, so much changes about CAC in the early game for routing. Like, you definitely want to peek this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. That was junk. Don't need to worry about it. Yeah, I guess to some degree, to some extent, my Sphere Zero is relatively large in these settings. It does take me a minute to get out of it. But I have it more concentrated than how it normally is for TP Rando. Okay. Like, most of the Sphere Zeros are just in the first three areas, the first three major areas, and then, like, there's some stuff on the way and whatnot. So, this is just an interesting thought that I realized just now. But my overall checks in the early game are still lesser than what people normally run with, I think. A Shay's sketch. That's really funny. I just immediately turned that in. That is super funny. One sword in a dungeon, and ball and chain is not required. Okay. So the Snow Peak Mountain checks are probably dead then? One sword in dungeons. One sword in dungeons. That's not great, though. To just be told that there's only one sword in dungeons, that's really bad. And it's bad specifically because of, it just means that the other three swords are in the overworld. And that gets kind of dicey, depending on where they are. That is so funny. Yeah, I just saw her, and then you're just giving me water bombs. Okay. Okay. Still not done in CAC, because there's that one other big chest that we saw up over here in the alcove. Yeah, okay. Oh, a lantern! That's very nice, considering, the fact that I'm gonna be doing that Argarok path in Cack Gorge. Whoops. So we're gonna get the lantern chest now over here. It'd be stupid not to. Okay. Ay, man. This CAC, I've been here for 12 minutes, it feels like. Good God. Right, finally we can leave CAC. Leave CAC behind. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's get a move on over to CAC Gorge now. Try to get our path to Argarok, which is probably the Lantern Cave here. Which, I'm gonna want to go peek this chest. For knowledge. That is small, for sure. Bomb bag to Bulbwood Camp Key. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. No, that is needed. So we're just missing one more boss path. More to Darkon. Oh god, please. Epona, why? That is the Gale Boomerang, and is that big down there? Dude, I was able to peek it. Okay, that is big. Alright, noted. Alright, so Cack Gorge has quite a bit going on in it. I'm so glad I figured out how to peek that chest now, by the way. That is huge to know that you can peek that. And it's not crappy draw distance that's owning me on that. It's just the specific angle that I've got. Seven TV. I am not interested in adding 7 TV. I don't want the frog emotes. I do not like them. Because that's what that would do, is that would then invite posting those a lot, and I don't like them. Especially because those specific emotes they have some baggage with them that is no bueno. Okay, what about the last chest? Okay. There's always this chest, I swear. Iron boots. Yeah, that checks. That checks out. Okay. Iron boots to Argarok. Got it. Morning, Trophy Tom. How you doing? Okay, we got iron boots now. Good to see ya. Okay, so that's probably the path, but I will keep this open for more, just in case, because we do know there's other... Sleeping on the floor like a gangster. Oh my gosh. So, like Majima, right? That's what we're going with, right? Yes, sir! That's what I thought! Okay, nothing big in here. But it's good to open them just for health. Why does he look like that? Because I'm using a custom model that is basically OOT Link. So he's using the heroic wolf spirit instead as the Wolf Link model. It's very cool. I'm a fan of it. Water bombs, okay. Okay, small. Okay. Alright, well, we're definitely gonna be doing Poison Mist here because it just makes sense to. Iron boots to Argarok. Okay, that could be pointing at Lakebed Temple already as well. Like, to get a claw shot, but we don't know yet. It's too early to say. We're still doing a lot of the early routing here. Thank you. It does. Arbiter's Grounds to Morpheal. Okay, then. That's probably our... Zora armor, then. Death Sword chest is dead. Nice. Good to know. Alright, let's go do Poison Mist. What we do with Early Lantern is Poison Mist. Like, by and large, Poison Mist no longer can be hinted on its own, like, for being foolish. So if you just don't get a Faron Woods foolish, then you're just always checking this once you get a lantern. I think some people probably might have, like, a split opinion about that, probably, because, like, Poison Mist is, like, the size of Secret Shrine, so it's, like, to me, it's, like, it should probably just be its own hint region straight up, but, I completely understand just deciding to have blanket regions that are foolish, and that includes the sub-areas instead. I completely get it. Okay, we'll open this one because, again, health. Good idea. Because getting Poison Mist by itself hinted foolish isn't great, technically speaking, but if you have other possibilities for foolishes, then it's great, right? But okay. A wallet. Morning, Itsu. Thank you for the good luck. Okay. That's more cack things. Oh, okay. A bomb. Alright. Alright, that's that. I guess I'm including... I guess it's only 4 chests, right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4... No, it is 5. It is the size of shrine. Yeah. I am wrong. Okay, and that is also nothing. Alright. Let's go see Sacred Grove, because we're here! Again, we have Bomb Bag to Bulblin Camp Key, so that can include this Baba Grotto down here. So it's like, you might as well do it. You are isolating Spitter, the Spitter track chest here, but I've been burned by the Baba check here so many times, dude. But I really probably should be going to Lake Hylia with these iron boots. Probably what actually gets us started. In terms of items to reach Arbiters and then get our Zora armor and stuff like that. Again, I mean, I think this seed is already showing why I do shuffled Shadow Crystal. Should have bought a burn heal. You know how it would be. Okay. And uh-oh. What's the uh-oh? Oh! 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 Thank you, Teagup. I'm feel better soon, Danny. Please, please. Okay. I can just. Oh yeah. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. We're gonna just do this. Dirt versus bruise yet? Okay. Alright. Well, that was something I really didn't need to do, but... we shall know momentarily. Well, I'm hoping for the best. Hoping it's just dirt. I'm hoping it's just dirt.
That's too low.
Okay, so what we're probably gonna end up doing is we're gonna get this boulder over here, and then I'm going to just I guess I'll just ride over to Lake anyway. Yeah, it just again, this is kind of why I added the boulders anyway too, is that it kind of pushes me to actually route organically here anyway. Yes! It is the merchant from Star Fox Adventures, Trophy Tom, yes. Gordon Crate! Hello! There's a claw shot! There we go! That'll do! That's the important item. From there... Yup, I added it the other day, a few days ago. How am I today? I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't need any other hints. Let's just go this way. Doing good, just chilling. Nice. Good to hear. Iron boots. We're gonna do lake stuff here. So now this means the claw shot can lock the Bulblin Camp key. This is just great. Just wonderful. Wonderful. We can already go into City in the Sky because of that too. Oh yeah. That's right. That's why it's Iron Boots to Argarok, because that's your access to the dungeon. Oh god, that's right. Okay, well... that one on the right looks big? Because of the lighting? Yeah, it's definitely a big boy. Okay. Ooh, Ilya's Charm. Okay. Check. Ooh, okay. It's a bottle. Okay, we know the... No, the back chest is dead, but we don't know about the other two. Oh my god. Oh. Well, that does nothing. Because magic armor is dead. Yeah. The Zor armor is pretty cool. Definitely like it too. Okay, small. Alright, well, I should probably go get that Gale Boomerang I saw on the spire. That can work for, the Domain Lantern chests. This is kind of like a hunt for the memo again, I think. Because, yeah, it's gonna be the memo. We need Spinner. We need 3 swords. There's a bundle of checks we could do in City in the Sky. Ooh. Kind of, sort of. Okay. Alright, Cack Gorge. Definitely should go get the Gale Boomerang here. And with that, we are basically done now with the major Sphere Zero areas. It took me 40 minutes to do all that. Kind of surprised nobody redeemed my leg when I did that. Okay! We might be onto something here. Sword! Okay, we found one random one. Okay. We're a Hero Gabe. Not really Trolly yet. We're still very early on here. Okay, good. I made that this time. It is far too early to be saying anything about how trolly this is yet. I'll open it, sure. We know this area is not foolish now, so... Okay, I can ignore that one. I mean, it's only that way, mainly because of the fact that we just end up having such a large Sphere 0 and Sphere 1. So it's just very easy to just end up choosing not to do something, and then the one thing is just really bad. Like, you just end up missing it, whiffing it, because you decide not to do the thing. Because you're trying not to basically full clear your Sphere 0, Sphere 1. 6 hours on a single sword before? That sounds like doing it to where all your dungeons are available. Or you're doing, like, an AP or something. I don't know anything about Ease a Helping Hand, but surely it's not required this seed. I guess I should probably be pushing Elden Stock Cave. Yeah, that's probably the next thing to do. You do postals and golden bugs. Well, there's the reason why. You're turning on you're turning on 60+ locations that can have items. That's why. That's why it's taking you 6 hours to get a sword. Oh. Thanks for telling me something that I already know. Those are just bombs. From the stone? I don't know. I don't remember what song is for what stone, because I don't play with that, with those shuffled. Okay. Not that many claw shot locked checks. I'm gonna go here. As far as we know, the fishing rods aren't required unless I mean, yeah, because ball and chain is dead. So, those are just done. Alright, well, we're pushing the stock cave for the 2 checks, because we know the lantern locked one is dead. We got a sword. Again, I could go into City in the Sky right now. I could. Whoop. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. The problem with City in the Sky at the moment is you would basically be assuming the right side is required. But, I mean, it doesn't take that long. Maybe I will just push it at this point, because it's 45 minutes in. I've got a lot I can check. It's kind of annoying, but... We got 1 claw shot. We know the claw shot is important. Without spinner. I can do the right side of the dungeon, though. That is not spinner locked. If I remember correctly, anyway, it's not. Okay, that is a big boy down here. Okay. There we go. Alright. Boom. Go do... Go do the Stalfos Grotto now. Yeah, I mean, I felt like that was what was next, honestly, though, because I really don't know how else you move forward in this scene besides getting Spinner. It's so funny that it ended up being here, because it's kind of convenient. Okay, we still don't know about Ease a Helping Hand. We're gonna hope and pray that Ease a Helping Hand is just not required. There's a fast Iron Boots. I would never play vanilla. Anyway. Once you play rando anything, you basically aren't ever playing the vanilla game again. Like, for any kind of randomizer. Really, there's no reason to. Okay, that's fine. That's small. And this is also small. Okay, so this is dead, that's fine. Okay, we can do stuff in City in the Sky, so I think that's what I'm gonna go do. There's a Super Metroid vanilla. Oh, you mean you actually, like, you still play Super Metroid, like, when it, like, as the vanilla game? I mean, maybe for a game like that, yeah, that's fine. But, because it is a different experience, and everything, anyway. This isn't the Dusk 4K texture pack? Oh my gosh, why aren't you playing Dusk? Play Dusk! Oh my god, streamer! Why aren't you playing Dusk? Oh, it is out, Navi, yeah. How's it going? I'm doing alright. I know it doesn't, Hero Game. I'm just talking about vanilla. Anyway. I'm just making a... I'm making a joke. About, how everyone is playing Dusk. Alright, well, let's see. Oh. You just fall asleep? I understand that, yeah. It is a long game, yeah. It's like 20 hours or something. Like, long for Zelda standards, I mean. 20 hours is, you know. Oh my gosh, please. Okay, so I can't do the trick, because no double claw. So... yeah, they sure do. Let's see. Okay. Oh, alright. We just go to the west wing anyway, then. Skyward Sword is pretty lengthy, yeah. I don't remember how long it took me to play it. The 2 times I've played it. I played it a second time because chat met an incentive I had for it. for me to play the HD Switch 1 release. I made an incentive as a joke, and it got met. Oh, okay, that's just dead. Dang, dude. I'm trying to remember. I think that's all I get here right now, because you need double claw for everything else. Yeah, you need double claw for everything else. Okay, so that's it. Alright, well, it was worth dipping. See if I could get the second sword or not. Alright, let's do tightrope chest. Tightrope chest, and then... over the Wii version. I mean, I think that's a lot of people. But I'm not I genuinely did not like Skyward Sword for different reasons. Not because of, like, motion control or stuff like that, but because of, just the game design. Design no bueno. Nope. Okay. Great. Nobody likes the imprisoned fights. They are terrible. Like, the first time you're playing it, you're like... you're not really... you don't know that there's multiple fights. Or whatever. That's a small chest. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, do I do Star Prize here? I guess I do Star Prize here. Like, it's literally gonna come down to whether or not the Sacred Grove Spinner Track chest is required, I guess. I'm trying to think about, like, what other Claw Shot Lock checks I have. It's literally just the gold bug. And is there anything Iron Boots locked at this? Anything else Iron Boots locked at this point? No. Not really, no. Maybe that's why you forgot to play it. Yeah.
Hey!
I guess I could just go to CAC and do the 2 things I got. And see if those are anything. I do have the underwater boulder in CAC Graveyard. Double claw shot. Okay, now we go back to City in the Sky. God dang it, dude. Oh my god. We also have Hyrule Castle we could go into. At least I got it not long after. I was gonna have to re-enter there anyway to do the trigger. Or whatever. Like, to do the Skippy-Doo. But at this point, it just makes sense to... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna forget. I've been playing this a lot. I know how to play TP Rando. I do not need assistance. Okay, that's dead. Alright. Yep, not my first rodeo. But I mean, I know Hero Game's been in the stream before. He's watched me play stuff. I'm just making it clear I don't need the health. Bombs chasing was horrible. Oh yeah, Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks is... We don't talk about Spirit Tracks. There's a reason why Nukes has Spirit Tracks as, like, a big need. Like, she played it on her stream, and I know for a fact she did not have a great time with it. And that's her playing it, I believe, through GameStop Online, not on an actual DS. So you know, shoutouts to the people that actually do that. Like, they will actually play a DS game not on a DS. Because, like, my god, dude. Unless the emulator actually, like, lets you button map everything, even the touch controls, it's gotta be horrible. Alright, so... Okay. Please do not mess this up. Oh god, that is way too fast. Oh god. Oh jeez. Is that gonna... I probably messed up already. Let's just see. Yep. I figured. This trick sucks, by the way. I just want to mention. This is as annoying as the Temple of the Ocean King was. What am I trying to do here? So there's a little, like, trigger that if you skip over it, it causes the fan in that room to be deactivated. And the way you skip over it is there's, like a specific spot that you open the door from, and then Link, like, bypasses it. And so then what happens is you effectively don't have to go through the entire dungeon to reach that, to deactivate that fan. But I mean, I'm basically going to end up doing it anyway because I have to do these checks in here. Okay, we got it. That time we got it. Yeah, it skips 2/3 of the dungeon if I don't have to do checks in it. In this seat, I have to do checks in it anyway, but this still saves me time. Like, especially if I find progression at that later point in the dungeon. Anyway. Okay, that's nothing. Okay, so then what we do is we do this. So that's gonna be something, if I have City in the Sky, I'll have to explain during hotfix. I'm not great at explaining how it works. I just know that you're skipping over a flag or a trigger that denotes, okay, activate the fan. And then, because you skip over that, the fan is actually not activated. In addition to that fan is a temporary flag. So if you deactivate the fan, thinking you can come back later to do the other part of it without when you don't have iron boots or whatever, you can't do that. You will end up having to go right back all the way through the dungeon to get to that fan to deactivate it again. I learned that the hard way during an actual seed, very early on. Yeah, LJA stuff is probably easier to do, but I am not interested in learning LJAs. I do not want to take the time out for something that sometimes I never even get Gale Boomerang, so it's like, you know, would rather not spend time trying to learn that stuff. You definitely did. I definitely remember explaining it also last night. Because, I mean, that's just gonna happen. I'm just gonna explain it. Anyway. And that's just gonna happen. And I mean, that's gonna be a thing if I have City in the Sky during hotfix. Hopefully I actually don't, but... It is good. I mean, again, like, when I'm doing these practice seeds, I 100% am also practicing up commentary during it. Let's see. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna just get rid of this guy, maybe. Can you please die? So I can just get rid of you. There. Oh, not there. Not yet. There. Okay. Just wanted to get rid of him. You can ignore him, but I don't like the music being awkwardly muted because I have enemy music off. There we go. Yeah. Yep, wooden sword doing not a lot of damage. I will not be able to beat this dungeon unless I get the Ordon sword while I'm in here. It would be very sad if I have to leave this dungeon. Okay, that's without beating it. You love the spinning top? A lot of people liked the idea of Spinner, but the fact that they made it bad in the overworld for movement is why a lot of people end up, like, being not happy with it. So it's not a hot take. Okay. Wow, there is, like, nothing in here so far. This is very, very disappointing. It might actually just be go to Hyrule Castle for your sword. I really hope it's not, but... That's what you liked it, you think? Dude, I can never get that. Ugh, well, not never. I did get it last night. It was so cool to get it last night, too. Nope. No! God dang it. Hit it better. Wearing double claw shot? Really? It's interesting. You'd forget to reposition the chain. Ah. No, nothing there. Okay. Nothing over there. Wow, this has been a horrible City in the Sky. There is, like, nothing in here. Nothing! Really? We've got, like, let's see, it's the 2 on the outside, then the boss key chest, and then the 1 on the way to Argarok. And that's all I can do, because Wooden Sword does not damage Argarok. So then we're probably looking going back to... Oh, there was the big chest in Cack Gorge behind Double Claw. Oh, I'm upset now. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Like, I could... Theoretically, I could just, like, leave here and not go all the way to that one chest before Argarok. In favor of the fact that I know there's that one in Cack Gorge. And then I could just go to Hyrule Castle afterwards. Gonna be tedious. It's a little bit like... I guess I shouldn't spoil anything because you're gonna play the game, so no one say anything. Just let T's experience Final Bowser and Paper Mario 64. No one spoil. No one spoil. This is... But City in the Sky is, like, probably the densest dungeon in this seed, and the fact that it has nothing in it so far is kind of baffling. Gonna get rid of him. You... Okay, that's nothing. The other one? Oh, there he is. Oh, is that small? I think that looks small over there. Yep. Okay. Jesus, dude. Alright. Just the boss key chest and the chest before Argarok. I'm gonna be bailing before going to Argarok, because that just doesn't make any sense. Like, before going to the chest, by Argarok. Like, on the way, I mean. Because it doesn't make sense when there's a known big chest in Cack Gorge, and... I have Hyrule Castle to go do. Last time, these guys actually, like, ruined my day, so I just decided to shoot them this time. Oh, and of course. Nice. We love that. Thank you, Wolf Link, with your amazing movement. Gosh, dude. This is what can kind of suck about TP Rando, is, like, you have these really big dungeons. They're huge commitments, and it's like, there's a lot of density, but then at the same time, if you get nothing out of it, it's super punishing. Oh my god. I've never had this much trouble getting on these tight ropes. Until tonight. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Second Dominion Rod. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. I also just realized I got the double claw shot, and then I proceeded not to do Star Prize 2 afterwards. Alright, well, Dominion Rod, that means I guess I go do a bunch of Dominion Rod stuff. I'm gonna do Star Prize 2, and then I'm gonna go to Cack Gorge, and we're gonna do all of that. We're gonna hope that that's the progression, I guess, because there are swords in the overworld.
Oh, yeah.
There are 2 more in the overworld to find, and we still need to find the memo. The memo is honestly, like, the go mode of this seed. I'm not even kidding. Because Arbiters is what has Zora armor. And then that would probably just, I'd probably just, you know, snowball into the other, swords and stuff from there. Oh, this is a weird one, dude. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened here. Yeah, that kind of works. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. Alright. Let's go to Cack Gorge, get the big chest there. As well as the, owl statue. You bombed! Ah! He got me! He got me! Hobbs was banned later that day. Oh. We're not warping. What am I doing? Okay. There's actually not that many owl statues and chests, honestly. Because beside Castletown is foolish, and the Great Bridge of Lake Hylia is also done, because we found the claw shot there already. Okay. So I guess we're going to do this one, because we know this isn't foolish. We know this is a path region. It's not a dead region, because we found the spinner already. Again, I could just go to Hyrule Castle, the treasure room, and that might be where the memo is. But we also know there are multiple swords in the overworld, so I just gotta clear overworld. I mean, it might mean it's the desert that has one of the other swords as well. So, you know, something to think about. Nope. I'll just open it, whatever. Okay. Alright. Next one is just the Farron Woods one, and then that's it for Dominion Rods. And then I guess I'm just... I guess I go to Lanayru Spring, and I check the upper two chests. I guess. I mean, the alternative is to go to Hyrule Castle Treasure Room. But when I've been faced with this before, I ended up going Linear Spring first. There's Bulblin Camp Key. Okay, so Dominion Rods were required. Okay, so that clears the item path hint. So now it's like, where's this memo at, dude? Where is this memo? It better not be on that chest right before Argarok, man. I swear. Let me mark that. Okay, nothing. Alright. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do these two over here. Okay. And then I guess we just go Hyrule Castle at that point, because that's the densest thing that's left, in terms of, potential progression. Again, there are some seeds where I rush it, other seeds like this one where it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to rush it, because if you just clear your overworld of all your double claw shot checks, you may just not end up having to go into Hyrule Castle. Until the end of the seed. Small. And that's also small. Okay. Alright. Hyrule Castle, then. Okay. I mean, it wasn't wasted time. I did have to find the Bulblin Camp Key. In terms of overworld checks that are left, it's basically just some of the CAC stuff I haven't done, like buying the item with the wallet and turning in Ilia's charm, and then the spinner track chest in Sacred Grove, and then a gold bug in Sacred Grove. And I honestly just did not want to I honestly didn't want to go back to Sacred Grove until I had a second sword. Guess we're gonna find out if that's owning me right now or not. So probably once I check this, I'll have to get up and stretch for a few minutes, use the bathroom. Again, this is a dynamic with the treasure room that's interesting is like when do you decide to eventually push it once you have access to it? Do you do it right away? Do you wait until you clear most of your like reasonable overworld checks? Things like that. Again, I mean, clearing the entire overworld, there's not that much left. Ow. Ow. And also, I mean, I guess there's Ease a Helping Hand I don't know anything about. I hope that's really not where the memo is. There it is. Okay. Good. Another bomb bag. And the sordid dungeon. Alright, cool. Let me just try to get a heal here. Thank God. Okay, there. Alright, so this was a required Hyrule Castle. That's fine. We found the memo. Let's go see... Let me just quickly go check Sacred Grove now. For those, 2 checks that I was talking about. Because at this point now, we know that there are still, 3 swords in the... Or, sorry, no. 2 swords in the overworld. Excuse me. Left to find. And it's very possible that these 2 lock one of them. And that's why I'm coming out to here. This is why I have it set up this way. So that way it's possible that you can figure this out just by how things are set up in the seed. Like how it's looking. Okay, that's health. Okay, well. Okay, so it's just the gold bug, because we know this is the bow. Nope, okay. Alright, so we just need to go to the desert. Which, again, I'm gonna take my break now, because Arbiter is gonna take a while to route. To get our, Arbiter's gonna take a while to route to get our Zora armor and such. Man, I cannot wait though. Like, after this hotfix, there are some cool things I'm gonna be able to do with my settings going forward. I cannot wait to make those changes. There are some cool things that that was part of this update today for the dev generator. It's really more so for me. Like, I'm the kind of person that it excites. I just love more granularity in these things because you can make the rando seeds fill in interesting ways. Oh! Well, Tudos with the raid! Morning! Thank you! Thank you for the raid! Let me give you a shout out. How was the Zooter? Welcome everybody. I'm Revan. We are pushing for partner. I already have... how many streams is it now that I have that count? 5. I have 5 streams so far that I've counted. So I would super appreciate anyone sticking around from the raid. Because you never know what can happen with these things. Someone else could raid, and Then suddenly we're over 75, and then I go longer with the stream to try and take advantage of that. J-Fresh Gen a Babby Seed? Oh. Wasn't the stream title like, oh, J-Fresh complained about this seed? Spite is a tedious prison. Tease, don't give up! Trust your instincts! So we already have, 5 streams that have counted. We need 7 more for me to be able to apply for partner. I was hoping for a banger. Oh, he just genned it. Oh, okay. There was no, like, prior playing of the seed. Okay. Gotcha. Well, welcome to, this seed where I got my Oro's memo from, Hyrule Castle Treasure Room. I had to get a second Dominion Rod from City in the Sky at the very end of the dungeon to be able to get the Bulblin Camp key, for my Arbiter's Grounds, that is required, that happened to roll vanilla. Like, the entrance is vanilla. Those are small, that's small. We have chest-sized matches contents, by the way, from those that have not, have not seen TP Rando for a bit. That's dead. Horn of Marker, so give the good luck. Was magic, was unhinted in a stone dungeon. Oh. Playing Dusk at some point? Not at the moment, no, because I am very much, rando here. I'm not gonna play vanilla with QOL. Maybe if they get the randomizer into a good state, and even then, I don't know. Again, it's kind of the same thing with Two Ship or Ship or whatever, like both of those, where it's like, they are not the same as what I'm used to. So, it's kind of unappealing, to play, you know? That's what we're talking about, markers, actually. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, nice. Okay, so just get Zora armor, and that's GG? Yeah, that's GG. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it is getting rando soon, but again, there's gonna be a lot of things that it won't have right out gate. It's gonna play a lot of catch-up to, what this currently has. And even this is still pretty, like, in terms of how much they've been able to do, especially lately, they are pretty, I would consider this pretty far along, especially the hint system. I really don't want to play TP Rando again without hints, man. It's just required. It's just required. The hints are so good in this Rando right now. They are. And Isaac has done a really good job in this Rando. Especially because, again, he had to custom place the signs in places that were, like, reasonable. But have it work in Dusk. That would be nice, I guess. I don't know if I would... I mean, I guess, technically speaking, it would probably be fine for me if I did play it through that way, but... Because, like, it's not like the Dead Zone stuff is nearly as important, for this. I mean, TP Rando has a lot of that QOL that they showed in that trailer already. We have the fast iron boots, we have the fast spinner, we have a return to spawn function and return to dungeon entrance function. Like, they got a lot of that QOL from the Rando, I'm pretty sure. Wind Waker decomp. Dude, Tudos, I think the Wind Waker Rando dev guy is involved with that. Possibly. And he's been an enemy Rando hell for like 5 years. I wish I was kidding. Yeah, he's been working on enemy Rando for Wind Waker for like 5 years. I wish I was kidding. I'm not. The lead dev for that rando, dude, he just got sucked into wanting to make enemy rando a thing, and then I guess that's like probably been some rabbit hole for like him getting involved with probably the decomp of Wind Waker, probably. Really? Oh no. Oh, that sucks. You beat him with just 7 HP to spare. Let's go, tease! Heck yeah, let's go! She did it! Yeah, that really sucks, because that slows down, that technically slows down Donk rando stuff to a degree. Because, like, I'm sure you guys were hoping to have, like, something to reference, to add certain things. Oh, I probably should have refilled my lantern back there. I should do that before I go to the next room. Yeah, it does. I know Ghidra does. That's what Nax uses too. For combo. He uses Ghidra. There. I'm just gonna do that. I was gonna take my break, but I'm gonna like wait a few more minutes here before I do. Because this dungeon's gonna take a minute to do. Because it seems to be save file based, and the decomp seems 1-to-1. Yeah, I mean, it would be great if they can just do that, sure. I play with the ISO patching method for this rando right now, however. But yes, it is save file based. It does use like the rel file or whatever, the GCI and stuff like that. Rel loading. Percent Lamaz in a native PC port. Yeah. Yeah, imagine 60 FPS DK64 like proper. That would be crazy. That would be wild. Okay, I'll just route the lobby stuff first, and then okay, so we do need to go over there. Alright. It would be so cursed, dude. It would be unnatural. Small key. Alright, what does this say? Something good beyond this point. Alright, so that's where the Zora armor is. It's in the second half of the dungeon. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Ow, ow. Okay. I mean, I definitely would think, I would think and hope that any, like, decomp or recomp devs would prefer to not have to do over the same work that someone else has already done, right? In terms of randomizer stuff. And then also simultaneously not have another version of the same game randomized with differences, right? Which is the current problem with MM and OOT, is that there are 4 different versions of both of them. It's stupid. Yeah, right, exactly. You're doing all that same work again, when there's already a, you know, a proper working hint system and all that stuff. Tell me about it. Alright, let me do this part, and then I'm gonna have to get up and stretch. Because I'm gonna have to run these ads, so that we you know, people don't want to miss anything. We are just going to get Zora armor at the back of Arbiters. Do we know? I have no idea why. Zero clue. Zero clue on that, Tudos. Continuing tune. Oh, really? If Lunar and Isaac are involved, or at least Lunar, then yeah, I could see why they would probably try to make it so this could just work on that. And then just have one version of Rando, where the main version is, you know, this, and they just, you know... And then they only have to be concerned with, the one version of Rando and not have two at the same time and confuse people. Yeah, they would not want to fracture people. Yeah. 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 Just releasing first probably gives you the edge. Yeah, probably. And in one place, yeah. Precisely. Okay, so let me... yeah, okay. I am gonna pause here. I need to get up and stretch for a few minutes. I'm sorry. But I've been going for a couple, you know, I've been going for 90 minutes straight. Well, actually, a little bit longer than that because I did the prediction and all that stuff. So, give me like 5 minutes or so and I'll be right back. BRB. Alright, thank you all for being patient. Hi. Yeah, Fang. I definitely recommend getting up every so often because, you gotta take care of your back. Your back, your legs, you gotta get the blood flowing. Very, very important to do that. It's, particularly, unhealthy to sit for too long. Whatnot. Alright. So, we know that... Right, I'm going this way. We know that, Zora armor's on the other side of the dungeon. So that's gonna be our go mode. And so we're just doing a lot of dungeoning right now. Unfortunately, this seed was, like... It only had, like, one thing... Well, no, it had two things inside dungeons if you count Hyrule Castle, I guess. Which I do. I do count Hyrule Castle. And, you know, it's great. So far, the seed is playing just fine. There's been no issues with any dungeon key settings or anything like that. So, I'm happy about that. I haven't run into any, like, potential crashes or anything like that. Everything's working great. You know what? If anything, I'm super glad that I didn't have to actually turn in Ilia's Charm this time. I actually got to skip it. Even though I found it. That's crazy. But yeah, I think if I was to swap, it would definitely have to be the same rando. That would just be the baseline requirement. Because I would refuse to go backwards in terms of the quality of life and the hint system and now chest size matches contents. I would not want to lose that. Just in exchange for like 60 FPS. It's not a good exchange, in my opinion. It's very cool what they've been able to do, for sure. It looks very nice. It looks very cool. But in a non-Pokemon game, let's go! Tease! She did it! 3 cheers for Tease! Except I'm not gonna do the 3 cheers. Because I don't want to be too loud. Days. I mean, yeah, that's about right for Paper Mario. When you're exploring a lot of things and you're taking your time with it. Okay, that's the boss key, so we have to get it. Between calls at work? Oh my gosh. Oh, they do they, huh? Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was allowed. We don't care about that. I guess, yeah, we would technically be looking for the last small key. Some will even bring their Xbox or laptops to the system. Wow. That's crazy. That's cool they let you do that. And there's nothing. I mean, yeah, of course. I just didn't think that it'd be that, you know. Okay, so is this the last small key? Yeah, okay, so now we know the right side of the back there, the back half is an item. TV with Roku? Really? Yeah, that's crazy, because, like, most jobs, they would not let you have anything to do in downtime. They would mandate that you find some kind of work to do, still. In the crew room? Dang. It really sounds like it, yeah. Crazy stuff. But I mean, you are also having to help people, a lot of people. So, I mean, it's a tough job. So, like, psychologically speaking, having that freedom during that downtime like, helps, you know? I'm sure. And all your charts are done? Yeah. Which we also do, yeah. That makes sense. No, I think I went past it. Did I go past it? Okay. There it is. Alright, cool. Calls where our charts are done, we can nap, watch TV, play games, read, study, as long as it's, yeah, safe for work. Yeah. That makes sense.
No, that's too low.
Yeah, it was too, it was, yup. Mm-hmm. Morning, Dino Nuggies. Hello. Double pediatric Browning. Ooh. Unless I said that wrong. I might have said that wrong. I said it right. Okay. Okay. The insanely challenging seed? We're in go mode. Who's got that? Okay. And has made you vomit on scene yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's still tough stuff. Have to work through all that. So it makes sense that, you know, the downtime, that's what they would, you know, do. They would allow for. Yeah. Hats off to Tease. Tease is an amazing person. Amazing human being. Whoa! Whoa, that was a party. It was a party and a half there. This always happens with this fight now. Okay, we got it. Thank God. Spooky. Oh no! Okay. Got it. Still got it. Okay. Whew. Oh my God, tease. Whoa. Neurodivergent way. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go do lake bed then. Next. That's going to take the longest. Well, potentially. I mean, we have City in the Sky done, so... Yeah, I don't want to imagine that either. Everyone loves the water temple. I mean, Tease does love water temple. Okay, both those are dead. We'd love to see that. I have not done Chastise Matches contents in here yet, I don't think. This is a new experience. Lake bed. Okay, that is a small chest. Love that. Morning, John! Okay, small key. I do love how I route this dungeon now. It's so good. Gosh, please. Ah, please. Okay. And that's... Is that the third small key? See, we're in go mode. That is indeed the third small key. Okay. Now, I need to peek the chest. Okay, it's on that side. Can I see it through here? No. Be a better way to look at this thing. Okay, it's small. We can peek it from there. That's good. We just need to know where this boss key is in this dungeon. That really sucks. Okay. Well then. I guess. Okay. See, now we're in go mode. The problem is, I guess because Lake Bed rolled as a foolish dungeon, I am not getting my dungeon hint for it. Which is very weird. So I don't know where the boss key is. I guess this is the first time I've had this interaction yet. Because with Palace of Twilight, when I've had it foolish before, I just have the boss key, so I can just beeline right through the dungeon, but... because in this instance I don't, I can't. I have to just search it, looking for the boss key. Well, I hope this doesn't happen in GDQ hotfix. I don't have an entirely foolish dungeon. That really sucks for, like, finishing, like, getting through the dungeon quickly. I guess it technically mirrors... I guess he can't really change that behavior either. Like, I guess that's just how it works. I don't think... I guess you just kind of have to. Oh, were you, John? Oh, yeah, that's right, you were. Eating potatoes, so you missed a lot of this. You also had to clean your leg. That was most of the task. Okay. It's all good. I understand. Yeah, that is small, it looks like. Yeah, small. Well, at least in this instance, I have chastised badges content, so it will make up a little bit of time, but not that much. Ultimately. What I was saying was, I guess the behavior here mirrors how the foolish dynamic works in combo, where, like, you have a foolish dungeon, you're not gonna know about sometimes hinted locations from that dungeon anyway, because the foolish takes priority in that instance, but, like, I feel like that shouldn't work that way in this, but because of the fact that you want to go mode the foolish dungeon, but whatever. Yeah, okay, I didn't know if that was a small key. Oh wait, that's the chest we just didn't open. Yeah. So a couple of chests had to get returned. Yeah, yup. The classic, you don't have enough, your wallet is full. We're gonna put it back in the chest. Come back later if you want to go get it again. It's like, why would I do that? Which you just bought. Oh, you're playing the remaster? I guess that makes sense. Dang, that's so good I get to just do that when the chest is small. That's so nice. Yeah! Yeah, because then it gets confusing about what you've actually done in the dungeon if you were to revisit it. Like, the money going to the void is fine because there's honestly really not much you can do with the money anyway. Especially when we were a kid teen, you never finished them, so I mean, you might as well. The one on the Wii is a pretty big departure, though, from, the other two, so be aware of that. Yeah, right. There's also the fact that, like, certain things like that don't open until, specific events have happened, and then you don't get to put that money in where it matters, you know, to deposit it. Yeah, Super Paper Mario, yeah. That's the third game. Oh, another Yaga's a gift. Okay. Un momento. Okay, during this cutscene. What do I have? What's another one? I don't have that one. I don't have that one up yet. I don't have that one up yet. Let's do that one. I love that one. It's so good. He is! Okay, now, how did this go again? Oh yeah, I think I have to go through here to get to this chest. I think. Yeah, okay, that's nothing. Dude, I'm just gonna open it because I have no health. And it didn't matter. Okay, well, I'll just get this open anyway. It's not gonna matter. There he went. Yeah, of course this lake bed had to be giga long. Any other way? No. It is just, bombs and claw shot. I mean, yeah, or yeah, bombs or claw shot. It's one or the other. Oh my god, dude, he almost hit me. Oh, I forgot water bomb! Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because... Oh, wait, does it matter, though? There is one guy over here. I did forget water bombs, though. Yikes. I hope... Like, he shows up here. Where is he? There he is. Except he isn't close enough. Oh my. I knew I forgot something before coming here. Oh, frick. Dude, can you just blow this up, please? Oh my god. I need the boss key to be here, otherwise I have to pretty much... There. Otherwise I pretty much have to, like, leave and come back. Well, I guess actually it's just the mini-boss that's water bomb blocked. Yeah, I believe so anyway. Wait, can I... this will not be anything. Yeah, this is just the milk. Is this where I need to, like... This is where I also need it. Is there a guy down here? I actually don't know. Or do I need to lead him here? I think I need to lead the dude here. If that's even possible. I don't know if that's possible. Does he follow me into the next area? God, please. Can he? Yes. Okay. Please, come down here. Sir? God, I don't want to bump into him again. Please, what are you doing? Come here. Come on. Maybe if I can claw shot him over to it. Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh my god, thank you. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, I need to drink this stupid milk. Right, yeah. Nope, no boss key. Oh, that's so bad. So I gotta hope it's not on the mini-boss in this dungeon. God. Yeah, that's definitely a small chest. I'm just making sure I saw that correctly. That's just crazy. It actually wasn't back there. Lake Bed is such a stupid dungeon, dude. Now, which way do I need it to go? I need to flip it the other way now. Yeah. So, it's literally one check exactly that cannot be the boss key. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they did it this way to make it so that you couldn't get confused, but it still does get confusing anyway. can't tell if that's the boss key or not from here. Yeah. When I revisited Rando, I had, like, no idea what I was doing. And, like, after even, like, 15 seeds, I still was, very confused. Let's see if this ends up being water bombs. I doubt it. Ends up being 5 bombs. Did it just refill the other thing? No, it didn't. Okay, good. I cannot tell from here. I have to just go and see if this is the boss key. No. Shame. Shame that. Why? Why is this? Why is it on the mini-boss, dude? It's just gonna be on the frickin' mini-boss. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to leave and get water bombs. I'm gonna be really mad about it. Because I can't think of any other locations that I haven't looked at in here, so there's just these two before the mini boss and then the mini boss, and there's no underwater fishy there to help you, underwater bomb to help you. One of those things where it's like, because it's dungeon ER, I just forgot to get water bombs. Well, let's see if this is water bombs. Nope. Okay, thank God. Thank God. I think it's actually faster to return to spawn. There. Jesus, man. Oh, 11 minutes ago on that. Alright. Oh, okay. And really, I mean, going to that side first, it's slower, technically, I think. Because, like, you need those things to be moving in order to actually check that area. I mean, I don't know. It's lake bed. I think it's impossible to route this, like, to where, when it's foolish like this, you don't end up just checking the entire dungeon anyway. So, it is what it is. That's my first time using that, underwater water bomb fish in that manner, by the way. I did not think it was going to work. But boy, howdy, am I glad it worked. Even though it didn't result in the boss key. Yeah, because Master Sword damage. If you hit it twice, it gets to phase too. And it's just the regular slashes because of Master Sword damage. Yeah, it's really nice. Because that phase is really obnoxious if you don't get it like that. Because then you have all those underwater water bomb fish that you end up clawing over to you by accident or targeting instead. Alright. You'd be surprised. There's some bosses that they basically still take the same damage as the Ordon Sword, and that's because they weren't programmed to have the differing damage from the wooden sword. Like, I believe Fyrus is the same number of hits, I think. But, and Morpheal is the same number of hits as well. But Argarok takes no damage from Wooden Sword, for example. And then, obviously, Armagoma, you don't use the sword on Armagoma at all. I needed to heal. And then what else? Who else is there? Oh, so much better. Yeah! Yeah, they probably look pretty nice and pretty. What other bosses are there? Oh, Star-Lord does take the differing damage with Wooden Sword, yeah. Star-Lord does. Star-Lord takes, like, an extra, like, couple of cycles. And... Diababa... Diababa is... I think it's one phase longer with Wooden Sword. I think? Not. It's been a minute since I fought Diababa with Wooden Sword. I can't remember right now. Yeah, I mean, again, it was just like Ocarina of Time. Clearly it had gone through a lot of different development hurdles and stuff like that. Because, like, there's that whole, like, woodsy area that's not in the final game that was shown in the big, trailer that E3 or whatever. And that was like what? That was like 6 months before the game was coming out. Yeah, and the magic bar is still on the box. Yup. Yup. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, there was gonna be magic. Yeah, the lantern is what is what stuck. The lantern was basically the substitute for the Deku stick and lighting torches and whatnot. I guess also technically a callback to, like, the lantern in A Link to the Past, right? So, I mean... And, like, OG Zelda 1. I don't know why I said OG Zelda 1, just should have just said Zelda 1. And, like, and in some ways, just doing a lantern... Simplify... What? How did that not... Are you kidding? Okay. Simplifies the mechanics behind the fire stuff substantially. I guess what happened to the magic bar is they just basically decided to repurpose it as the oil bar for the lantern, right? That's basically what ended up happening to it. Because it's in the same location as where the magic meter would be, and it also has the same, like, aesthetic design of the magic bar. So I think that's what they ended up doing. They just, probably at some point they must have had, like, a need for fire, right? They were probably thinking, oh, let's just do what we did in Ocarina of Time and just have, like, fire arrows or something. And having the player light torches with fire arrows. Maybe because the number of places they had the fire arrow stuff required, they were like, this is tedious to have to shoot these torches with these fire arrows. Equip the arrows, equip the fire arrows, shoot 2 torches, spawn a chest, right? They were, especially because, like, they weren't having, like, a dynamic fire system, like, in Ocarina of Time, because, like, remember, Ocarina of Time and MM, the fire stuff is actually a lot more intricate than just, oh, light this torch, something happens. Like, there's the whole thing going on with, you know, lighting the Deku Stick, carrying that to another torch, or, like, shooting regular arrows through torches, stuff like that, right? Like, that's more dynamic and a bit more complex than just pressing the X or Y button with your lantern and poof, the torch lights up, right? It's a lot more going on there. The furthest they take that is the Gale Boomerang interaction, right? In this game, which isn't very. It's just a way to turn off the torch. It's not a way to, like, you know, interact with another part of the puzzle, right? So, like, they probably decided that it just felt. Oh yeah, there is the pick up the sticks as the wolf. I did forget about that. There is that. Yes, that is present. That is true. That is, like, the same kind of thing as the Deku Stick stuff, but it's very. You do it like twice in the game, right? Pretty sure you do it like twice. Or at the very least, it's just the one time with Midna's Lament, I guess. And that's it, right? So, like, again, I think that's probably what happened, is that they decided using fire arrows or whatever to just light torches is tedious. And they obviously didn't have the idea about... Well, okay, no. I guess they did in Wind Waker. They did the elemental arrow swapping. Never mind. They obviously felt it was too tedious. So they were like, let's just make it a lantern, and we can repurpose the magic bar to be a lantern oil bar or whatever. Okay, yeah, it is twice. Okay, I did remember there was a second use for it. Okay, yeah. I haven't done the Twilight Realm sections since I replayed the game on Wii U with the HD remaster release they did. So it would be basically 10 years ago. realized when I did my last vanilla playthrough of this game. Without any of the rando quality of life and stuff. But yeah, yeah, so I think that's probably what they ended up deciding to do. And I think that makes sense. Like, speculatively, I think that makes sense. And the game is technically better for making you do less for the same effect of, oh, I'm lighting a torch, and this chest spawns, or the door opens, or whatever, you know? Like, that's fine. Like, that works. But it's not interesting, right? That's the trade-off. But they didn't really have a whole system in place to make you use the fire stuff in tandem with other things. So it just makes sense to just, hey, this is a button to light these torches, basically. Need both Guard and Zora were put on cabs that was required on the moon to either BFAs or BFAs and Longshot. Oh, I see. Thank you for the raid cause, Morden. And you did a Revan seed. How did that go? Oh my gosh. Hey, dude, Revan is picking up. Kuiper is a baby. He's setting her cake. Oh, shoot. 254. And yeah, it did give the bottles something else to do. That is true, like a little bit. Like, I think if they had that forest section that they had shown in that one E3 trailer, I think the lantern would have been much cooler in the long run. But they dropped that maybe because it didn't really serve any actual gameplay purposes or something. More than Kit Kat. You want to see a race? I'm not doing any races right now, or anytime soon. I mean, maybe I'd do something dumb where I try to, rope Spike, Aussie Spike into a, Revan seed at the same time or something, but... You know how at the beginning of the seed though, only level I had access to is Aztec. And it spawned you on Oasis side. Yeah, that if you don't start with level unlocking keys in Revan, you definitely get funneled at the beginning pretty hard. But that's the dynamic of random starting keys and starting with two of them randomly, is that it creates a difference of how open and closed every seed is at the start, and it forces you to do a different opener every time. And that's part of the fun about Revan is that you did have Key 4, but Helm was World 5. Ah, yeah. Was it? I'm assuming Helm was Key 5 then, right? Oh my gosh, Pojo with the raid! I wonder, could it have been cool to have a second type of oil that revealed hidden objects? Yeah, probably. An oil of truth of some sort? Yeah, that would be one way to make the lantern a bit more interesting. Yup, okay, yeah. Yeah, when you get, like, Helm at level 5 and it's your Key 5, the rando definitely tries its best, if the other levels behind it, to just funnel you those items to get Key 5. And it's very funny. Yeah, Pojo, thank you for the raid as well. How did your seed go? Pojo's been doing a bunch of the MM-only dungeon entrance rando stuff I came up with, like, a few months ago. Yeah, for those wondering what this seed was that are just coming in, basically what happened this seed was we had bomb bag to Bulblin Camp Key, and then we had Hack Gorge to Argarok, which was Iron Boots, and then you took your bomb bag, you got your first claw shot from one of the boulders that I added to these settings. And then you had to take that claw shot and you had to go get your second one from Star Prize 1, which I didn't get until after I dipped City in the Sky the first time, because I found Spinner behind claw shot in Elden Stock Cave, in that northern section. That pushed me to go to City in the Sky first, because I was like, there's a chance that the first chest there is a sword, because we had a one sword in dungeon hint. So I was thinking that you needed to get 2 swords to get your double claw shot in pre-Temple of Time, that little section where before you go into Temple of Time. Turns out, no, that was not the case. So then, I wrapped back around to doing Star Prize 1 after City in the Sky, and that ended up being, the double claw shot on Star Prize 1. Risuru, thank you for the raid! Morning, hi, oh my gosh, all these raids right now! Gotta shout out Pojo. Thank you. How was your stream? I'm gonna snooze these ads. Coming in right at the end here. I appreciate it all the same, thank you. Goose raid. Hi. I was just describing what happened in this seed. So after you get double claw shot, you go back to City in the Sky, and you get the second Dominion Rod at the back of City in the Sky, like the very last chest, just before the one you go to, Argarok. And, from there, you need that second Dominion Rod to get your Bulblin Camp Key, okay? And that's the pathing, the item path hint of, Bomb Bag to Bulblin Camp Key. And then after that, you have to go to Hyrule Castle Treasure Room to get Oro's Memo. And then that's basically your go mode, because Arbiters is hinted to Morpheal, and that's Zora Armor, in Arbiter's Grounds. And your two other swords that you get are just in the overworld. The sea is kind of rude, though, because of where it put that claw shot, because I was not thinking about doing Star Prize 1 before City in the Sky. It just wasn't on my mind. But, we're still finishing under the time I'm okay with, like, the time limit, the time restriction that I would have for Hotfix next week. Learned about the huge rupee drop. Ah, yes! Yes! That is indeed a thing, yes. that check, yeah, there's a reason if I have the diving game on, I just junk that every time. Every single time. You didn't know? Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. It's pretty bad. Let me read what Pojo said. Going on to you couldn't find ice arrows. Woodfall Temple Path to Ocean Title Deed on Horse Race. Goron Ocean Title Deed turn in. Keg in Sewers. Nova on Romani's. Woodfall Temple clear for whose remains. Yeah. Swamp clear state for unhinted boat archery for A&M for ice. Oh, that's how the ice arrows came into play. Oh my gosh. That's gross. Jeez. Yeah, so, this seed was just kind of rude with where it put double claw shot. Everything else after that is actually kind of okay. like, because you have to get that Dominion Rod anyway, because you need it for Baldwin Camp Key. So, like, getting the memo when I did actually didn't lose me time. Like, full clearing my overworld with double claw shot before going to Hyrule Castle didn't actually lose me time. Because, technically speaking, I was still looking for another sword anyway, so it could have been in Lineru Spring, for all I knew. Oh, that was too early. Whoops. Whoopsies. Whoopsie doodles. Yeah, so, that was basically this scene. But for those coming in, I am pushing for partner, but I am gonna be ending stream soon, because I need to probably be going to bed anyway. I'm just finishing this scene. Otherwise I'd give the whole spiel about that. We already have, 5 streams that have counted, total. Hoping to get the next 7 soon-ish. Gonna be tough, but I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Just streaming what I want, which, again, if you like randomizers, I do, Combo Rando daily, which is OTMM Combo Rando specifically, which is what Risuru was playing. This, I alternate with DK64 Rando, but this week I have to play just TP Rando at night because, I'm gonna be on GDQ Hotfix next Tuesday with TP Rando, and I'm trying to make sure I'm mostly getting underestimate here for that, the time limit, which is, like 2 hours and 50 minutes or whatever. And this is pretty dang close. This is probably the closest seed I've had, and that's just because of, like, overworld clearing, to find double claw shot. Like, the thing about this seed is that the boss paths aren't very helpful in this one. Like, the Zora Armor path is just for your end game. And then the Argarok path with Iron Boots, that lightly points to you to go to Eldenstock Cave. But that's about it, because, like, you just know you need Iron Boots to reach Goron Mines. And just for the Argarok boss fight anyway. So it effectively really doesn't... Okay, I made him, like, attack. Where'd he go? Oh, frick, I lost track. Oh, there he is. Oh my god. Oh, okay, he's doing the thing. Okay, there we go. The Deku mask on the diving game gold rupee, dude. That is very, 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 very bad. That is a very bad location for that. Okay, he missed. Good. This is very bad horseback, by the way, but... Oh, yep, very bad horseback. That's okay. Just do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, whiffed. Nice. Fantastic. Whiffed again. Fantastic. Okay, there. Okay, I didn't think... Oh. Okay, cool. You wanted to be a game designer, but you eventually gave up on it thinking you weren't creative enough, but lately you've been finding yourself being like, oh, I bet this would be fun, or oh, I wonder if this would be a cool mechanic. That almost makes you think you could still do it. Yeah, it's... Game design is definitely, like... Definitely does require some creativity, for sure. Because you gotta think about, like, whether something is, like, fun or not to actually, like, play out and interact with. So... And sometimes in practice, it's not, right? You have a really cool idea, and then in terms of actual execution of the idea, it may not play well or be fun, right? It's kind of like how It's kind of like how the first time you play Ocarina of Time, you don't really think much about how many pushing block puzzles there are in that game, right? But on repeat playthroughs, my god, man, there are just so many puzzles that are just, you're pushing blocks. And it's really funny that it's very likely that that remake is gonna happen. And there's no universe in which they can just release that game in 2026, remade, with those same push block puzzles. There's just no way. They have to do different stuff. Because that's just not actually inherently fun to push blocks everywhere in Ocarina of Time. Like, they basically, they exhaust it so much. And, like, it makes sense for the instances where they want you to have, like, Strength 1 and Strength 2 and stuff like that, giving those purpose, but they shouldn't, like, continue to spam it afterwards, which is what they do, is that it still ends up being relevant in Fire Temple, in Water Temple, in Shadow Temple, in Spirit Temple, so on and so forth, right? Okay, that is... So, like, you know, GG! Wow, just barely under the estimate there, Jesus. The under the time limit that I have. I blame that extra 15 minutes compared to the other seeds on that foolish lakebed temple, dude. That didn't tell me where the boss key was. You genuinely thought you had a decent idea where you have Slay the Spire roguelike deck building, but put in Mario and Luigi series? Dodging? Oh, yeah. Thank you over the GGs! How many spheres was this one? Oh, this one I gotta be careful too. I don't want to accidentally open the wrong spoiler log. Oh, I think it was this one? Yeah. That's what this one would be. Let's look at it. What sphere was... What sphere? Oh, Isa Helping Hand was the other sword. Lamau, of course. Yeah, the second claw shot, double claw shot was in Sphere 2. You shouldn't have given up on it. Yeah, the old hypothetical, what could have been, right? Never know, right? It really is every time. It really is. It's absolutely that. That's what it is. It's absolutely that. But for Ganondorf. You wish your neck could crack like that. God. Anytime I've ever, like, intentionally, like, cracked my neck because it was stiff, it has made a loud sound before. But not like, again, not like that. Like, I just hear it, you know? Alright, well, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Yeah, the clank, clank, clank is so good every time. Every time. I love doing it. Alright, we're gonna take off here. We're gonna be going to bed at a normal time tonight, reasonable time tonight. Well, GG, bye-bye, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Supreme just has been going for only 2 hours. He's probably gonna go another hour. So we're gonna raid Supreme again. I really don't mind. It's randomizer adjacent. I mean, it is randomizer content. He's doing an AP, solo AP. What do you mean my second claw shot was on Star Prize 1, locking my second Dominion rod at the back of City in the Sky to get my Bulblin camp key, which was needed for Arbiter's Grounds to get Zora armor for Lakebed Temple. There we go. That works. That summarizes the scene. Actually, wait. My second claw shot was on Star Prize 1, unhinted. Frick, I need to... Okay. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't let me fix the issue. There, no? Oh, okay, we got it. Yeah, was unhinted. There, unhinted on Star Prize 1. Because it wasn't hinted. Yeah, so that's it. I'll see you all tomorrow. You all have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow with some combo again. We will try to push our partner once more. Good night. Bye-bye.